When you first start creating content, you don't really think about some of the risks that are associated with producing content. Content creators face multiple threats like lawsuits, hacks, and onset injuries that can strain your financials and cause a lot of unnecessary stress. This is part 2 of a mini-series on some of the ways that creators can reduce the risk through proper risk management. In the first video, we covered 2 different types of insurance that are most broadly applicable to creators, and in this video, I will cover a few more. But just to recap, insurance at its core simply moves some of the financial risk off of yourself onto a third party. In most cases, this is an insurance company. Think of it like a backup hard drive for a type of financial risk. So if the first drive fails, then you at least have some of that data, or in this case, you're not out a whole bunch of cash from some kind of lawsuit. The first one that we'll cover in this video is what's called general liability insurance. Think of this as liability protection for physical environments. So if you're a podcaster and a guest trips over a cable or a light stand breaks something at a rented location, this is typically where that coverage may kick in. Another one on the list is cyber liability and privacy insurance. So this helps when accounts are hacked or you're a victim to a ransomware attack or a phishing link leads to a damaging breach of your account or causes harm to your audience. You can often add this type of insurance as an endorsement to an existing policy. Think of an endorsement as like an extension of coverage that doesn't normally exist. If you are using endorsements, just make sure that the limits and the language actually fit your risks and your needs. Before we get into this any further, my name is Rustin. I'm a financial advisor and I work with content creators. I don't sell insurance. I do not earn from any policies. Part of my job is to help creators manage their risk so that they can keep creating and not stress over the financial stuff. This video is for educational purposes only and is not legal, investment, insurance, or other professional advice. Please seek a qualified professional prior to making these types of decisions. For more information about me and my firm, you can find our disclosures at 80percentfinancial.com. Other forms of insurance that creators may find useful are things like business car insurance, key person insurance, disability insurance, and product liability insurance. Most of the creators that I work use a third-party service to handle their merch, and most of those providers already have this type of insurance baked into their services. Whenever you're working with a third party, make sure that they do have that coverage, and if they don't, it might be something that you consider adding to your own insurance profile. And while paying for insurance doesn't really feel good because it's not really tangible, having the right coverage plus an emergency fund really helps you handle the bad days and unforeseen circumstances without completely derailing your business and your finances. I recommend working with an independent insurance broker to figure out which types may be most applicable to you, and they can walk you through all of those policies and exclusions. If this was helpful, I created a full-length video on this very topic. Feel free to check it out on the channel. Otherwise, hope this was helpful. Have a great week and see you in the next one. Cheers.